Hi guys, this is Simeon from Swedish Homestead. I'm live here. I'm going to wait some time until the first viewers are gonna start watching this. It has been a while since we've done a Q&A, and some days ago, about a week ago, we passed the 50,000 subscriber mark, and I thought that I would give you guys a Q&A for that. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes here till a bunch of you guys have joined in. And I know this time doesn't work for everybody. A lot of people are, sleeping or whatever at work, but we can never really make it work for all the people. So yeah, I chose this time. We'll see who's gonna join in, and I'll try to answer some of your questions. Before I get the question asked, I'm sitting in the car again. This is the only quiet spot where I can mount my iPhone well and do this Q&A. It's kind of funny, but yeah. So thanks for joining in, guys. Q&A, please come with your questions. Somebody asked if I can turn the audio up. I don't really have control over that because I'm using just the normal iPhone mic. Audio is low. Okay, I'll try to speak a little louder. I hope that'll help. So somebody asked where in Sweden we are. So if you take a map from Sweden, in the south of Sweden you see two big lakes. Those are the two biggest lakes in Sweden. And if you look between those lakes towards the northern end, there are several more lakes there that look small on the map, but that are fairly big. And we live between those lakes. Now it says poor connection here. Can you guys hear me all right? Having a few issues here with the internet. Okay. So please come with your questions. Want to spend some time here with you guys. Somebody asked about my car seat. Yeah, I think it has Isofix. So I also just want to take this time to say thank you for the support. We started the channel in October, have grown to 50,000 subscribers already. That's quite amazing. We are really thankful for that. Also, while I wait for some questions to come in, I just want to say real quick, we have gotten a lot of comments about, your videos should be about this, or your videos should be about that, or you shouldn't do this. You should have this kind of content. And our channel has from the beginning always been a channel with a very wide variety of subjects and a wide variety of just topics. We have had anything from chainsaw to family vlogs to farming with chickens, gardening, machines and all of that, and we're going to continue that. And the great thing about YouTube is that if you don't like one of the videos, you don't have to watch it. So let me answer some questions here. We see your brother's chainsaw, and I always wonder what brand it is. It's a Husqvarna, Husqvarna, I think you say it in English. We also have a lot of steel saws. We use both brands and are really happy with it. Any pointers on direct seeding and compost? Yeah, I mean, we cover our garden area in the fall. Somebody asked if burning seedlings and all of that, direct seeding and compost. We cover our garden in the fall, and then by spring when we seed and have then it has rained on the compost and all of that, so it's not as strong anymore. So it has always gone fine for us. How is the government in Sweden in regards to homesteading? Well, you just watch maybe you watched a movie yesterday, but you know, obviously there are laws everywhere, but there it's easier on the countryside to do certain things than it is in the city, and we'll make it work. Works okay for us. How often does the government visit? Oh, I think it depends on a little bit on your size of operation and all of that. But I think they come maybe every couple of years or something. Right now, they used to come every year, but then now it's a different system. Somebody asked about chickens. We have about 100 layers right now, and they're gonna come another 100 layers very soon. Let's see here. We have some more questions. I have 4 children. My brother has 3 children, so there are 7 children living on the homestead right now that are running around here. And that's quite cool that they can play with each other. What is your biggest challenge running your homestead? I think sometimes discouragement because of different kinds of other challenges. It's just hard to start up a farm, to start up a homestead, to make it work financially, and so there are lots of challenges, but sometimes you can just kind of get discouraged when you don't see as much progress as you would like to do to different things. So I think that would be my biggest challenge sometimes. Fox problems with the eggmobile fencing. We've never had that. They've always stayed clear of the electric netting. Actually, we have noticed when birds went outside of the netting that we had issues with predators. When the government comes, do they fine you? No, it'll cost if something is not right, like if you're mistreating your animals and they have to come back to check on it, then you have to pay for that second visit. Otherwise, it doesn't cost. And I also want to clarify something real quick. A couple days ago, when I filmed when the government came, I didn't film not because I didn't have the right. I would have had the right probably to film, but I wanted to be polite. Not everybody likes to be put on the spot. This lady's also trying to do her job, and I did not want to film her and put her in front of thousands of people out there. So it's not always about my rights, but also about me being a fellow human being, and that's why I didn't film the lady. I mentioned a netting that stops the wind. Will you tell us what it is? Yes, there is. It's basically we have some of that netting. It is green, and it's basically just woven, and it's very strong, UV light resistant, and you can, instead of a fixed wall or plywood or whatever you might put up, you can just put up this netting, and it has good ventilation still, but it blocks 80 to 90% of the wind, and that just makes for very light structures, and you can roll it up or down, and let in more or less air depending on what you want. Yes, we use firearms on the homestead. We go hunting. We have moose hunting. I hope this fall to capture the moose hunt that we all do with the neighbors together. Well, why did I decide to move from Germany to Sweden? That was my father and my mother who took us children over here. I was 15, just turning 16 at the time, and that is a long story that my parents maybe can tell someday. Let's see here if I have some more questions. scroll through. How do I sell my products? Well, I shared that in yesterday's video really well, so I might recommend that video for you to just watch that. So there are a lot of questions how we ended up in Sweden. You know, it is a long story, but basically my parents wanted to change their life and their lifestyle, and they made the decision to sell a house, and my dad ran a business in Germany, and they bought this farm and changed their life completely. My dad bought a Woodmiser sawmill, and we just followed along as children, and then we built up our lives here. So how is the egg production? How many a day are you getting? I think from the 100 layers right now we're maybe getting, they are all 2 years old, so this is the second season of laying. The young ones, some of the young layers are just starting, but from the old ones that are 100 about, we get maybe 60-70 eggs a day. See here, I have to be the administrator and block some people. Yeah, you know, we should make a story of how we moved here. Oh, that's great. I just read that you did your potatoes the way we did it. I hope it goes real well for you. What kind of cows do we have? We have the Scottish Highland cattle cows right now, and we're right now looking into buying a bull, so hopefully within the next weeks we will have a bull on the homestead. That'll be a real nice addition. Hej från Sundsvall, hej tillbaks. So let's see here. I am 30 right now, 30 years old. Somebody asked my age. 30 years old, have been married for 9 years. Yesterday was our anniversary, and we have 4 children together, my wife and I. My wife is American, I am German, and we live in Sweden together. My wife is from the West Coast, Oregon girl, beautiful state. Our anniversary dinner was great. Love spending time with my wife. Are you able to support your family just from the homestead, or do you have to work off of the farm? Well, I've always worked off of the farm. I always had the town job. Hello to Ireland. I've always had a town job. We, you know, pretty much everybody here has a town job, but this year we've worked towards this for the last several years, and this year is my first year where I'm full-time here on the homestead. And you know, I wish I can say this already, that I wish we had come further than we have, but we'll see how this will go in the future. But the plan is to live off of the homestead, that I will generate my income off of the homestead, but we'll see how this will develop over the next years here. This season is my first season here. Hello, back to Germany. You know, I think you can become a Swedish citizen depending on what nationality you have, if you have lived here for a certain amount of years. Actually, some people in my family are Swedish already. Yeah. Does your wife work outside the home? No. My wife owns the business together with me officially, and she's taking care of the children and everything as well. Obviously, we do that together, but she has been home with the children. And the YouTube channel officially belongs to my wife. So I'm on camera, I'm being filmed with what I do, but that's also the least of the work. But the YouTube channel is a separate business from the Homestead, and that is officially owned by my wife. So several people have said that it's bad audio today here with this. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why that is, but there's nothing I can change. I can try to talk a little bit louder, but I'm not sure why this is. But I'm going to give it another few minutes here, trying to answer some of you guys' questions. I understand that many people live in a different time zone and cannot hear. Oh, it's breaking up as well. Seems like a bad connection here today, huh? I'm really sorry about that. My cell phone says it has okay connection, but somehow doesn't seem to be doing well. Let me step out the car. Somebody said, you might be right that might be that might be it. It's the only quiet place. We had 7 kids run around here. I don't know if this works better now. Is this better now? Oh, great. Well, I guess I'll just walk around a little bit and try to answer your questions the last minutes here. So, let's see, guys. Do you have a few more questions for me? I'm sorry that we spent the first 15 minutes with bad sound. Yeah, I tried to answer this question. I could become Swedish if I wanted to, yeah. Well, it seems like the quality is quite bad right now. So I think you guys, when this video it will upload, you guys can ask some questions underneath, and then when you have done that, I will try to make another short video where I will answer the questions. So I think we'll just wrap this up here now. It's frustrating if it's bad quality, so it just depends on how the cell phone connection is at the time. But that's really the only way how we can do a live Q&A. But I enjoyed spending some time with you guys. Hope you have a good Thursday today. Bye-bye.